Well, look who's here, everybody. My pleasure to be sitting with Stephen Nichols and Deidre Hall from Days of Our Lives.
Hey, hello, hello.
It has been a whirlwind tour for you guys. This is their second stop here at Channel 10. They were on our noon newscast earlier today, but it's a big year. Days of Our Lives, 50 years old, right?
Huge.
It is, 50.
Crazy. And it's so fun. We were just talking, if you've seen the show and followed the show recently, you're seeing all these familiar character favorites returning to the show, and that's kind of the idea behind it.
That's the idea behind it. Well, this has happened, I think, a couple of times with the show, over the history of the show, where things go a little bit astray, and then they sort of take the reins back and get the show back on track. So, I mean, I was on in the 80s, 30 years ago I started, and I've been on off and on since then. And I have to say that the show is a cut above what we were doing back then in the 80s, when the show was really in its heyday with the super couples and all the exciting stories. There's so much coming up right now for the fans to look forward to. And the people we've been meeting have said, the show is so good right now.
Yeah.
They are really into it.
Yeah, it's so exciting to see all the characters returning and the plot lines. And let's talk about, though, 50 years. How has the show changed for you as Marlena? Your character has taken so many different turns, and fans have really taken a liking over the years and probably feel like they know you.
Well, they do, and we like that. We expect them to. The character hasn't changed so much, except to say that she's gone through a lot of different sort of incarnations. She had that little bout with possession a while back. But she's true to the core. I mean, she's a woman who is reliable, trustworthy, confident, stable. And that's who she's always been. That's who she's always going to be. Wow, it's loud around here, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do you do that? That's interesting.
Lots going on. Lots going on. That's our traffic. We'll get an update from traffic in a moment. Yeah, we always multitasking here in the studio. You mentioned you were on the show in the 80s and had a recurring role throughout the decades. And we had an interesting question from one of our viewers, Dolly. She wants to know, do the writers adjust the script for the cast's personal lives? I've always also wondered this. Characters disappear for weeks, then reappear. She wonders if it's because they have acting engagements, vacation, health problems, etc., family. Talk about that, if you will.
I guess that happens occasionally. If someone has a health issue or maybe a death in the family, they'll change the schedule. But they won't. I don't think they'll write story
They don't change the
necessarily.
script, no. They just give you a little bit of time off.
Yeah.
Give us an idea what a day is like for you on set.
You know, they have managed over time to make it very workable. It used to be, when I began, we would all be in there for a 12-hour day.
That's right.
And now we come in on days that we're in. We work in our set. All our scenes are done at one time, and we're out. So it's possible to be in before lunch and out, and possibly be in after lunch and out then. So it's a very manageable schedule.
We're shooting as many as 8 episodes a week now.
How do you keep up with all of the lines and the content, the
You
material?
just do whatever it takes to get to do it, right?
What do you do?
Oh,
I kind of make it up a little bit as I go along.
Well, there's a little bit of that
You're John,
too.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. John,
The
John, love
paraphrasing
yourself.
just makes it more real and more natural.
Of course
too.
it does,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, they're going to stick around. We're going to talk to you guys a little more. Tomorrow, by the way, you have a chance to meet these two at a book signing at the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge from 11 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon. Certainly want to get there early.
And 6 other actors, not just us.
That's right. Hope,
Yes, half our cast is going to be there.
Lucas, Kate, the two of you. Am I missing one?
My buddy Bo,
Bo is going
he's
to
going to be there.
Bo's there.
Yeah.
Bo's coming
Yeah, I
in.
brought him back.
Fantastic.
All right.
See, Bo and Hope, Todd, you asked. They will be there too, but you want to get there early to get your spot in line. Parking is free across the street, and of course, a lot of other show favorites will be there. And really quickly, we have to take the opportunity to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
We had a viewer, Carolyn from Crossville, called us and said specifically that we had to wish you a very happy birthday. So we hope that you're having a special day. I assume it's your birthday, hopefully.
It's tomorrow. It's Halloween, and I'm
Okay.
not shy about gifts. You just need to know that up in front. Yeah.
Well, happy birthday. Awesome. And also, we're going to announce the winner of our contest for VIP tickets to the book signing coming up a little bit later. So thank you all for hanging out with us here on Live at 5 at 4.